Da 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 da. Okay. It wasn't pretty, and I don't know what it is, but the sun sets and I become different. There's something in me. I'm done running from one city to one till the law if they want me to come get me.
If I was to give you one itty-bitty piece of advice, it'd be to lie to police till they read you your rights. Not a single receipt or a piece they can find, and it's harder to keep, but it's easy to hide.
I'm easy to find, I'm where I'm always at. A little older, got a cramp in my shoulder and lower back. When the money and the marriage overlap, I told her bring me that Toyota back with Arizona tags.
And eeny, meeny, miny, Motorola fold in half. 30 seconds on the phone is 30 extra on the tab. I don't wanna go and see it, I don't even know who asked. All they needed for conspiracies, a single photograph.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of WenMint. I am your ever-suffering host, the Machinist, and CMDR is here too, and John, the John Carter from JpgEmpire. We're going to hang out, and we're going to talk about their boss's mint, which is pretty fucking cool, and MIMIR'S, which you may not know what that is yet, but that's pretty fucking cool too. Now, before we get started, okay, we got to do the professional stuff here. Stand by. WenMint, see across the bottom there, is for educational purposes only. Nothing said or alluded to within this program represents the views, opinions, and or ideology of WenMint, its hosts, that's us, its guests, that's that guy, affiliates, partners, and or related social media platforms. In other words, believe nothing we say. We don't even believe half the shit that comes out of our mouths, and we're the ones saying it. So DYOR, people. All right.
Oh, you changed it. Do your own research, bitches.
I did change it. I'm sorry. And don't forget, there's actually a giveaway on Twitter right now. We're going to pick this during this episode. So go find this post. It's got that really cool fucking JpgEmpire boss, one of one. I don't know, it looks like somebody. And we're going to give away a boss. And in the WenMint Discord, there is a giveaway for 1.5 million Dan tokens. And I actually have to run a spin wheel for something for Dan too. I forgot about that. So I'll have to set that up. But all right, I'm done blathering. What's up, guys?
Busy man.
Dude, I'm so glad to see you guys. So it was a blast, I'll tell you what.
Oh yeah. You're looking, your tie's a little looser than it normally is. You've been working hard the past couple days.
Yeah, man. It's basically been like 7 a.m. to like 2 a.m. Just the last 3 days. We had our free mint, we had our pre-sale, well, whitelist sale, and then the public sale. We didn't have a pre-sale, but whitelist. Yeah. And it was a lot of fun. And
yeah, free mints are my favorite. I minted a couple of these suckers, and I love them, man. People love the art. Even though you guys teased art for this, I got to find some here. I think, what did you not show like the total like final versions of this artwork? Because for some reason I feel like they look a lot better than even the sneak peeks did.
We did not. We actually, like, the sneak peeks were all like test generations. The artist was still like updating some of the attributes and everything. So like there's a sneak peek of the syringe that's in the Discord, and it's nowhere near as clean as the syringe that actually came out. And in the syringe there's actually a little Easter egg in the bubbles. Myself, Desert, and Seji, we each have a JPEG junkie in the syringe bubbles.
That's really fucking cool. Did you get any of these things, CMDR?
What's up?
Did you get any of these things?
Yeah. I got one free mint, and then I've minted 5 of them so far. So definitely showing my support, man. Got some pretty decent looking ones. I'm kind of pissed off that I haven't gotten my angel wings yet.
We'll have to trade one. I haven't.
You do?
I got you.
Don't give it.
Yeah, I minted like 15, so I had to, man.
Okay, I'm not really so pissed off anymore. Apparently, I got my angel wings.
Yeah.
Has anyone minted the one of one of me yet?
No, there's still 16 one-of-ones on the Minter, and 4 of those 16 are actually custom. So you can have the artist make whatever you want. So if you want a lady boss, or you want a boss that is like specific to all of your whole project, whatever that might be, there are 4 of those, and there's only one that has been minted. But I'll tell you that community member is not letting it go for any amount of money. But if somebody offers him $1 million, he might take it, and I would recommend he does.
What about 1 million Dan tokens? I $1 million
maybe 10. Maybe 10.
Maybe 10 million.
100 million.
I would take it. It is.
How many? What's the total supply of Dan? While we're at it,
100 billion.
100 billion.
It's a lot. But they're all. Oh, we did the airdrop today. I don't know if you had an airdrop, but if you did, you got some free shit. I think we airdropped almost $5 grand worth of tokens to the community today.
Ooh, we love that.
Yeah, didn't even see much of a didn't even see that much of a dip either.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good actually. There was a little bit of a dip, right around 4 o'clock or so.
So I actually sold a little bit at the top, took some profit, bought back in at the bottom, and then the difference I put in LP.
There you go.
Nice.
Smart.
Yeah.
I know that it's going to be around for a while.
And then ended up putting in another 690 XRD to get in on the little competition that they have going on over there.
Oh yeah, you can win 69 million. 9 million Dan coin. I have too much shit going on. We're on Token Trek now too, officially. Nobody knows it yet because I hadn't made the announcement because I've been doing too much shit.
Well, now they know.
We're not here to talk about the record-breaking, craziest fucking meme coin anyone's ever seen on Radix. We're here to talk about JpgEmpire. So, where should we start with this? If somebody's just hearing about JpgEmpire,
yeah.
Where do they go to find out what they need?
They should first go to Twitter and follow at JpgEmpire. That's our main account where a lot of our updates are going to come out on the Twitter. We also have a YouTube account, and that is also at JpgEmpire. So either of those are good places. Every day during the week, we actually stream Crypto Nightly, like a news show.
It is fun. It's a good stream.
We have a good time here lately. Like the other day, we had a hit show, and I'm pretty sure that the reason is because we had Iggy Azalea, in the thumbnail. So there were like a lot of viewers there for that one. The Mother Coin.
Iggy was in.
Oh no!
Show.
No. It was the meme coin. We covered the meme coin that she dropped on Solana, Mother, which has all kinds of memes about her yoga pants. That, fit.
Is this her coin? I've been missing things because the only meme coin I've seen with my blinders right now is Dan.
Her brother created it.
So
he had all the
Mother. She has 7.5 million followers on Twitter. But so Mother, she started tweeting about, I don't even know who Solana is, a few days ago. And then she drops this token, and then a lot of hype there. But it was in the same news reel as Jenner, which Jenner, she actually dropped 12 tokens and all of them rugged, but she mysteriously made $400,000 that ended up in her Binance account. So we were reading that
that's
the other day.
Crazy. It's funny how that works.
Yeah. Okay. But sorry. So I would say the first places that you should go are at JpgEmpire, either on Twitter or YouTube. If you follow us on Twitter, you should tune into the streams, which we have during the week, 5:30 p.m. PST. You can see all the information about the mint in the first post we have pinned down there. And then will you click the second picture on the right side of the floor? Yeah, right there. So right there, these are all some of the one-of-ones, right? So we have the machinist next to the genie, and then this CEO, right? There's a beekeeper, which is a one-of-one specifically for the Bees Hive, and he actually is holding one of our Bees Hive NFTs in his hand in the actual NFT. And then we have the cyborg sheriff there all the way on the left side, which is actually kind of a throwback to one of the ones from the JPEG Junkies.
Bro, look at how absolutely fucking ripped you are.
Right?
And
I'm beast.
Just stacked, dude. Absolutely stacked.
It looks like I have a flat spot on my head, but I realize that's just the headphone strap.
Yes.
I thought I had a dent. but I realized that wasn't it. Do I have a dent?
No, you don't have a dent.
All right. I like the genie too. To be honest, out of all of these, obviously, like I've had a lot of one-on-ones made of me over the years, but this one is by far like I need to get my hands on this so it can be my fucking PFP.
I hope you get it, and I'll do everything I can to help you get it.
I have Dan. I can give you Dan out of my wallet because I'm not allowed to sell it. Well, I could, but I don't because that's fucked up, you know. But yeah, I could buy an NFT with it. But yeah, this genie though. I fucking love that genie. I don't know why. Is that a Robin Williams genie or a Will Smith?
So no, I think he actually, like the artist specifically, he made some specific changes to it, and he joked about, you know, he was like, we're definitely not doing any copywriting or plagiarism here, right? Because, you know, so it's very definitely a unique genie, and he's got the third eye up there.
I was
Certain companies out there are extremely protective of their IP. So
yeah.
I
So
was
he had to
going
make
to ask
sure.
about that third eye because it doesn't glow. Is there a scientific reason why that eye doesn't glow, or is that just artistic? You know,
I think it's just artistic liberty.
Oh,
But you know, the scientific reason probably has something to do with like the tones of the periodic table and 1 × 1 = 2 and all that. You know? The Terrence Howard science, right?
math is hard, man. Math is hard. You guys really did do a fantastic job with oh my god, DeFi. Look at this. He thought whitelist was still going on. Whoopsie.
Oh, you screwed up. Oh, come on, man.
It is time for
Since April we've had the announcements, but
once
also
again, you blew it, DeFi. You absolutely blew it.
fucking blow it. Jimmy's here
Yeah.
too. Hey Jim. Anyone watching, if you are watching on X, you can comment on the broadcast and we can see it, and maybe we'll put it on screen, especially if you say something nasty about CMDR. You can do the same on Twitter and the live chat as well, and retweet, right? Share this. You're watching it. It costs you absolutely nothing. So least you can do is retweet, spread the word about JpgEmpire. And before we get too much deeper into this, right, I just want to say, and I want to hear what you think too, CMDR, out of all of the projects on Cardano, or at least all the projects that I've interviewed over the years, right? It hasn't only been Cardano, JpgEmpire / junkies, since the takeover really is, it's one of my favorites for multiple reasons, right? This team is one of the hardest working teams I've ever met in Web3. And they're one of the most honest and transparent teams, especially because if you're new, you may not know this. This was a project that was a community takeover, right? And they built this up from nothing. And wait until you see MIMIR'S, the platform we're going to show you. They've done some fantastic things. What do you think, Bud?
Yeah, I mean, you know me, man. I've been saying this for the last 2 years now. I got respect for anybody who can step up and take over a rug pulled project. It's from my own experience, it's fucking hard. It is not easy to do. It takes a lot of work. It probably takes 2 times, if not 3 times, the work that it would take to actually just create your own project from the ground up, because you've got to deal with the stigma and everything that's already behind the project. I've had some really good in-depth conversations with John here, and they're doing it for all the right reasons. They actually give a shit about their community. They're building something really cool that is going to be extremely beneficial to their community. They have aspirations to build some shit that's really fucking cool. So they're working their asses off to bring this project back from the dead, and they definitely deserve the recognition. So shout out to you, my friend.
I appreciate it, man. Cheers. Look, I had to get an apple juice too, right? Because I saw.
This is beer, bro. This isn't apple juice. It's 3 o'clock here. It's drinking time.
Yeah, I just drink coffee cut with caffeine. Hell yeah! All right, so I mean, what do you think, John? Where should we start with this? So the Boss Mint is live, right? Public Mint is live now. You can find it on the Twitter, right? That's what we were talking about here.
Yep.
Let me see if I can get back to it. So right here in the pin post, that's for the YEPL Mint, and that'll bring you right to this page right here. So what are we looking at for price? What is it? It's about 90 ADA, right?
So it's 99. So it's 99 ADA for the public mint, and If 99 ADA is a lot for you, I will tell you right now that on JPEG Store there were some people that got free mints, right? And that if you look at the price action, one of them scooped one of the nicest looking ones on the floor, I think for 42 ADA, and he moved the price from 88 ADA down to 79 ADA down to 75 ADA. So there's a tip, right? There's a really clean looking one on the floor right now.
Oh shit! So there you
Pathetic.
go.
Why would you sell a free mint, man? It's fucking free. Like, get your shit together.
Yeah, well, it was actually a collection offer of 42, so somebody sold it for 42. Not that I'm
That's
complaining.
great.
Everybody should take profits and do what they want, but our long-term outlook on this project is definitely we have big aspirations to make sure that everybody has a utility that is worth it to them based on what they're paying for the NFT. We definitely want to make sure that, and I've also talked about with the team, like having almost like a little progress bar that we implement into our platform in order to like show how long you've had your NFT and how long it took to like pay itself off, right? Because the idea is then we don't have to worry. You don't have to worry, right? It's been worth it to you. You got your use out of it. If you want to sell at that point, cool. But then it's kind of like, I thought it would be kind of sort of like a psychological lockup. It's like, why would I do this now when I could wait until, it's worth my time?
Right. I think a lot of times too, sometimes people that sell during a mint like that are some of the strongest supporters. They just don't have a lot of ADA, and they don't understand that while rarity is great and you want to get a super rare one, common is just fine when it comes to a utility project like this. So a lot of times they're just trying to get what they can so they can go back in to the minter, right? Unless they got it for free. Like you said, usually, that happens. Today,
we might be able to strong arm some of those free mints.
I got to say, I've got the best looking boss out there with the bank bourbon trait right now.
Oh man, you got the partner trait. That's awesome.
There's only 6 of them, and I've got the one with like the crazy neon background, the pimp suit, the glowing eyes. Yeah,
I got
definitely looking good.
I actually got one that looks kind of like you, CMDR.
Oh,
yeah, is he ugly as fuck or what?
He's pretty rough. Here, I'll show you. Let's see here.
Show me.
But I do want to tell everybody, like, if you care about Cardano, the ecosystem as a whole, and you believe in our project, or you're friends with people in our community, we have a really big community. It means a lot to us if you mint. We've been stuck at like 420 for so long now. But
it's a good number.
Every mint helps us get to where we're trying to go. And when we get to 1,500 minted, that's when we're dropping our platform. So instant utility, we don't even have to get all the way through the mint. It's already built.
No, you are currently at 429, sir. 429.
Oh,
almost.
We're going.
And this utility, once everyone sees this platform and what it can do, and we talk about it, we should do that pretty fucking soon. They're going to understand why having one of these is such a big deal. I don't know how you kept MIMIR'S under wraps like you did, because I would have wanted to talk about this shit with everybody. Be like, bro, you can't tell anybody, but I got to tell you.
We wanted to make sure it was done. A lot of projects in this space, they like promise all this stuff and then they have all these mints and then nothing ever comes from it. We wanted to make sure that everything was solid and done, that we had the mint together and everything, because at the last 3 weeks of the mint, it was very stressful getting everything in, making sure that all this stuff is updated, making sure all the numbers and all the metadata is correct. So it was kind of a sprint for 3 weeks, and there was always some setbacks and different stuff that were no fault of anybody in particular, just is a lot to do in a short.
It's Desert's fault.
Yeah.
Well, just to get you to 430, I'm going in right now.
He's going in
to get one more.
I got to do some Coinbasing, so
it's going to be a 101.
It better.
Oh, I hope so. I hope it is.
I'm gonna have to 16. This is the one that I got. I thought this was a 1 of 1 of CMDR. But apparently I was mistaken. Look at this fucking guy with the mic. This was my first poll.
Oh yeah,
and that's this clean looking one, and you can see a texture on the actual sweater when you get close.
Back when I had my Slim Shady hair.
Oh yeah,
I remember. Got the lip piercing. I took that out a while ago.
This
Oh,
is pretty
good.
fucking cool. Like, it is really clean art. And when it comes with the utility you guys have, you can't ask for more. And like you just said, I think it's important to point out that you guys aren't having a mint, collecting funds, and then promising to build something. You
No.
built it already, right? You're
Yeah.
just regaining the funds that you've already put in.
Yeah.
So it's already there for the community. What do you think? Should we get into it and show it to everybody? Should I pull your screen up?
We should definitely get into it. I want to answer this question from DeFi Mofo on the side.
Oh, here we go.
And then, so yeah, the answer is that you really only need to hold one boss, but there's only 3,333 bosses. So I feel like the majority of people that have already minted have minted multiples. So I'm not saying this is not financial advice, but it might benefit you in the long term to have multiples, because we will have staking in the future, as well as there will be staking multipliers if you have a couple of junkies per each boss, because there's twice as many junkies as there are bosses. And so that was how we thought that it would be fair if it was 2 to 1. Right.
I like it. Good answer. I'm trying to find CMDRs right now, just so I can see what he's gotten as well. Every once in a while, it's like,
oh my God, I just got a risk coin, baby.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
And so with the risk coin, our plan is to, in the future, at some designated point, you'll get an airdrop of 33 ADA worth of risk. So it's almost like a rebate, but also it's possible that there could be more risk crossover from there.
Nice.
and
Got a Hawaiian shirt too, medium rare. I know you're listening right now.
and
Pink Hawaiian shirt.
just to help you before, it looks like CMDR was letting DeFi know that one boss is enough and that there is no tap tools fuckery here.
No tap tools fuckery.
Zero.
None. And
Zero,
actually,
yep,
so
absolutely.
here's a little bit of alpha. I saw in one of our other spaces that Risk may be adding us as a partner on something that they're doing.
Oh,
And
really?
Risk Wise Pro has some APIs that has some of the information that we might need. So it's possible there might be a point when we might use them instead. So Tap Tools has some competition.
Hell yeah.
Interesting.
And
Very
Medium Rare wants you to send that shit on over right there, CMDR.
Word on the street is Johnny Tran got banned from the Tap Tools Discord as soon as he joined.
Really?
Yeah, he was talking about it. He was talking about it on Twitter today. I think he posted something like didn't even get a chance to verify, and they banned him.
Huh.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's amazing what you do to your competition these days, huh? No,
right? Competition's a good thing. When are we going to start seeing Dan token on some of these fucking Tappy Tools and Riskwise Pro and all these other things? What's going on?
Here's something that we could actually work out. So, actually, let's go ahead and pull up the platform after we look at.
Let's do it. Here we
go.
There.
All right. So let me see. So I'm over here. So this is actually MIMIR'S well. We still have some stylistic things that we're going to be adjusting, but basically the idea is this isn't fully functional here. This is just the prototype, but you'll be able to see price movement based on like these towers. If the tower is going down, it's negative, of course. If it's going up, it's positive. There'll be different sizes based on the price movements of the tokens. You'll be able to click on them and actually see the like trading view chart. So not quite just this one. And then go through the different time frames, have all the market cap information, rank, the volume, how much it is. And then you can also swap with Dex Hunter directly inside of the app.
Now, can you set this, like, can I set up my own tokens that I want to watch?
So 100%. That's actually one of the specialties of the pro features. And I'm going to show that here in just a moment. Nice. But you have a fully customizable dashboard. And like the reason that we came up with this idea is because this whole front page, right? So like here's a place for ad space, which we could definitely figure out something for Dan.
Ooh, okay.
Right. And then here would be your tokens list.
Gotcha.
You're able to make different watch lists and favorites lists and then compile all that together. But what you were alluding to, the customization, you can log in. And then, so if you hold a boss, you get access to this side of the page where this will be all of your favorites lists, your different watch lists, how they're performing. You'll have like the top movers of that watch list that are displayed here. And then you can actually go into the full list and you'll have a completely different view. But
this is cool. So when you pick your your favorites or your watch list, right? Either one, it's almost like there's separate widgets all the way through for all the different analytics for all of those tokens.
And you can set different alerts for each group of your watch lists and favorites lists so that it'll actually send you a text message or an email or push notification to let you know that something has happened that hits one of your triggers in each of the fields. Here you'll have your whole NFT asset value, the average price of the NFTs, and then you'll show some of your NFTs over here. And then when you go over them, you actually see the rarities and the floor prices of the rarities, right? So just all in one field.
So is that linked to like cnft.tools or JPEG, or this is all stuff that's just linked back end? See, I'm not a dev. So.
Yeah. So currently right now, this is linked to CNFT tools, but I will tell you this right now, and I'm going to just say it like this. The other day, I reached out to him. I'm like, hey, we paid for the calendar listing, and the calendar listing comes with all this stuff. Why aren't we like searchable in CNFT tools yet? He said, send me the policy ID, and then I'll tell so-and-so to get to it when he has time. Okay. So this is after we paid, right? And then not only was it after we paid, but then it's just like, we'll get to it when we have time. And then he asked me the policy ID, which was literally 4 messages up because they required that for the calendar listing, right? Which they wouldn't do until we paid them, which is fine. But it's just CNFT tools. We'll see how long that is our information supplier.
Gotcha.
We have some other things in the work.
All right. I'll I don't know if it helps, but I'll shoot Mango a DM because usually that is not how they operate. But again, I'm not part of the team. But yeah, that's fun.
But so one of the special things right here is this is sort of an Easter egg. We have a Discord currency Empire token. So people that are like doing daily claims that win them in games and such, they've accumulated a lot of these coins, as well as like there's a monthly claim for different, for holders in general, you can claim monthly. One of the things we wanted to do was actually get rid of the Discord economy. So one of the ways we're thinking about doing that is by using this platform, we're going to basically allow you to claim on some kind of a curve, right? Based on how much that everybody in the Discord has, you'll be able to claim an equivalent amount or whatever the translation of that amount is in Empire token. And this will become an on-chain token. That'll be used throughout our entire ecosystem. We have a lot of utility that we're going to be like bringing out to add to this platform. But so you can also go to your NFTs in your wallet.
Real quick before you move on, having that, because a lot of us have that in Discord kind of currency, right? For you can claim every day, you can play roulette, like whatever else you're doing. To have that linked into this, that's pretty fucking cool, man. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Well, we wanted to like make something that was in-house. Okay, so we're using Black Frost for CNFT tool data.
Gotcha.
And look, he says don't bring up CNFT tools. Trash. But yeah, so we're using Black Frost right now. And so I think that was actually when we explained what had happened to the dev. He was like, look, we can do it like this, and this will work out better. And Black Frost doesn't charge after so many like pulls.
Oh,
so that was how we're doing it. So he's kind of like batched the way that we pull the information. So that way it doesn't actually overdo it.
Cool. Hell yeah. This is actually DeFi said something. This might be something to look into. Have you looked at Frigid AI yet? There might be some cool stuff you could do with them. No pun intended.
I need to look at Frigid AI. I need to check them out. I think I'm in their Discord. I just haven't kept up on them. I haven't seen anything that's really going on over there. One of the things, I guess, that we're looking at is we have so many things that we want to add onto this. So like something that I actually wanted to talk to Angel Finance about eventually is that we've thought about how in the future, one of the things we want to implement with this would be like a DeFi centric dashboard, right? That's customizable for like what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Just to be able to track all your different stuff in one place. And I'm sure that there might be things like that, but the customization aspect is like what we're trying to like really push here. Is our community was a lot of people that came in at the top of the market through some influencers. And like for a lot of people, this was one of the first NFT projects that they got into, right? And so we wanted to make sure that we don't follow any of the same patterns as anybody else. Instead of promising all these things, we have this built and we plan on providing it before we even finish minting out. And then as we keep going, we're going to use the community's feedback to actually iterate this into its final form. So we thought we could build what we think people want, but why would we do that and waste the time and get it wrong when we can build what actually everybody does want?
You know what would be good for somebody like Angel Finance or even anybody who's actively trading and moving in DeFi right now in Cardano is having a central location where you could see like all of your different yield farms and everything in one place, right? Because like you can find really good yield farms on MintSwap. You can find them on SundaySwap. I would say you could find them on ViFi, but I'd be lying. Spectrum, there's yield farms on multiple different dexes, and being able to have like a central place that you could go and link your wallet and be able to see all of the yield farms that you have over all those different dexes, all the profits that you're bringing in on a daily basis, all that stuff, all aggregated into one site, that would be badass.
Yeah,
you better
quit talking right now, CMDR. You better stop it. But anyways, that's like the direction we're trying to go long term. That's the direction we're trying to go. So in this part where it's the wallet section, you can actually add your different wallets, right? And then you can have them all listed here. You can see all the crypto tokens you have. Down here, we had planned like this would be like loading all of the other ones until they're all there. But this is a simulation, so it wouldn't actually load. But here you would be able to look at your NFTs, and you can click like one wallet, and I'm going to make sure that you can also like click multiple wallets. That's something that I think is important. And then you can go through all of the NFTs in your wallet and see all of the traits and everything from this view if you didn't want the like gallery view that's on the first side.
Right. That is one of the coolest. I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff going on with this platform, but being able to either just hover over the NFT and see not only all of the traits and their rarity percentage, but the floor price as well. That's huge, man. And this list is fantastic. So with all those different wallets, you're saying there'll be a way where, you could pick maybe the first wallet and the third, or, all of them at once, or just one or two at a time like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm wanting.
Cool.
So what about customization? Say I come onto your site and I don't like the way that your shit's laid out. Can I move my stuff around if I want to? Like all those little widgets and stuff like that. Can I order them how I want them to look versus how you guys have them laid out?
Yeah. So on this page, this would be your profile where all this stuff is. You would actually be able to hit customize. And then from customization, you're actually going to be able to like click and then drag and then put everything in the order that you want to see it, that you think is the most appealing. So from there, so if you want your NFTs like up at the top and then your NFT assets on the right side, or however you want it, and then however you want each one of these to ping you, it will notify you based on whatever you want. And my goal was I wanted to be able to be notified when a certain trait inside of a collection changed price a certain amount, right? Like some people really like to collect, headphone traits, right? You would be able to set an alert if the price of the headphone trait decreases 25%, 50%, whatever it is, then you get pinged, right? And then,
When you keep saying ping, just real quick, is this email? Is this like a push
you
notification?
select, you actually get to choose. Let me see if I can find that here.
You'll be able to get pinged on mobile for this?
Yeah, you'll be able to get pinged on mobile. And then you'll also be able to have this on, let's see.
So what about trait sniping?
Trait sniping. So that's something that we definitely want to be able to do in the future. This would be like a trait sniping notification system, right? So it would let you know, and it'd be like, hey, you can snipe this trait now. But there's a lot of issues with NFTs right now. In Cardano, there's not a integration the way that there is a Dex Tools integration, right? So like I've talked a little bit with CSwap and the people over at CSwap because I wanted that ability. Like I want you to be able to actually find the NFT and like purchase it straight through the site, the way that you can swap crypto in the site as well. But we're not right now planning on building out a whole marketplace, right? It's just a very expensive undertaking, and there are all these other marketplaces already. So it would just, if we can use their back end in our front end, and then like they can still make whatever that they're doing, you know what I mean? That's kind of how we would rather have it set up. But we have a lot of really huge infrastructural builds that we have planned in the future. And
John,
then this is just the beginning.
I was just going to say, you're pretty big, and so is CMDR, on using your front end with other people's back ends. That is definitely a trait in JpgEmpire. No, I'm kidding.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Love it.
This is really fucking cool. But so when this platform drops, right, you're almost halfway there to the point where this is going to drop, right, during the mint. Like this is ready to go. Now we've talked about Pro, right, and that you need to have a boss to be able to utilize the Pro version of this. With the basic version that just anybody can use, right? What does that include, and why is it so important for people to make sure that they have access to that Pro version? Just kind of in a condensed, bullet breakdown.
So the reason that it's so important is because the customizable dashboard is actually the part that is for a Pro version, right? So you have to have the boss for that. And then part of the reason is because we want to get people's feedback on this to make it better. And then so really the bosses are the ones that are putting in the input to actually create the platform that they want. Like, I mean, obviously, if some free users had some comments about how they want this to work, and they want something different than just this toggle from crypto to NFT or whatever it might be, we will take those into consideration. But the boss holders are really the ones that are going to shape the future of this platform. You are limited to the amount of like favorites that you can have is another thing. You can create these notifications on the watch list, but you're going to be limited to like a handful of them. So it's kind of like on TradingView. You can only watch so many charts at a time before you actually have their subscription, which is like $50 whatever dollars a month. For us, it's like, you will have an opportunity to pay a subscription if that's what you want, right? You can pay a subscription at ADA, but it's going to be significantly cheaper for you in the long term to just buy a boss, as well as we have a lot of future utility that we'll be bringing to them. And then so if you want to pay a monthly subscription, it helps the JpgEmpire and the treasury. But eventually there's not going to be any bosses for anybody to purchase. And that was like really the thought. Then after that, the next opportunity you have is like picking up a bag of JPEG junkies. But we're not going to roll out the JPEG junkie access to the Pro features until at least a bit after mint. But there will be staking multipliers for holding Two Junkies to One Boss as well.
Cool. It kind of reminds me like the color scheme, like it feels like I should be in a Vegas like poker room smelling cigarette smoke and whiskey, right?
So that's kind of funny. So like one of the things that we've talked about a bit is cross chain. One of the things that we are 100% like hard on is we're not wanting to go to another chain and use our ADA to build on other chains, right?
Right.
One of the things that we're against is like we're not trying to take any liquidity from Cardano and then build on the other chain. We may do stuff in the future where we actually like find some funding mechanism or grants or stuff on other chains to build onto our platform, in which case that's how we're thinking about doing it. We've thought about like super small limited collections or some type of like two-way bridge, right? Not a one-way bridge, but a two-way bridge, or an opportunity for some of the people in the collection to be able to use the platform on the other side. And then so like we've been talking about Radix actually a lot here lately. Machinist XRD has been something in our conversations because we didn't have a bad experience with it, and we think that this might be something. So for example, if we were to add Radix or Algorand or one of these other chains to this platform, one of the thoughts that we've had is just like an entire theme change, right?
Right.
So like based on whatever that chain is, we would have like a chain centric theme.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. That would be cool. And a fun way to kind of differentiate, like just a quick look, you can tell, like, you know, which one you're on, especially
you're in a different place. You're not just, oh shit, I'm on the wrong network, you know?
Yeah.
So let me ask you something here real quick, because so you're talking, you were talking a little bit earlier about your Discord currency and how you're trying to transfer that over into this platform and start staking and all this other stuff. What utility is your token going to have? Because let's be honest, most tokens that people are staking for these days are fucking worthless. So what do you plan to do with the Empire token that's going to be different from everybody else?
Okay, so part of it is going to be implemented in some future utility as a way of offsetting fees, right? So that way we've incentivized all the people that have been supportive and in the community, as well as once this platform goes live, we're planning on implementing basically like a gems system where like whenever you come in to the platform, you actually get some gems. So like you accumulate whatever, a little bit of Empire token. So your daily claim or like the points that you get for that will add up by you visiting the platform. Right. And then
may I recommend rubies or emeralds and stay the fuck away from sapphires?
Yeah. No
so it'll be empires, right? It'll be Empire tokens for that. But one of the other things is like, so we actually met with, or we had a live stream with Veggiemates and the Goofs.
Yeah.
And dude, they have built something incredible with the way that their whole traits marketplace works. It's literally the most amazing thing ever. If you need to have Beast Dives on here, he's super amazing. I think that they did a lot of really intelligent stuff with how they actually constructed that. But their traits marketplace is something that we really liked and admired. I think it's a lot better than the Tailor Shop, than the Ape Society had. I think that Goof's hands down a lot better. And, the mint price of a Goof was 150 ADA. And I think the floor price is less than that now. But what they actually built, the actual construction is like, it's pretty awesome, I think, in general.
Hell yeah.
But so those are some of the mechanisms. We also are going to keep our blue chip raffle. It'll be an Empire token instead of like the Discord Empire token.
Gotcha. All right, man. This is all pretty fucking cool. I can't wait until this goes live, right? And to be able, because actually, let me find this comment. Desert put this in here too. So these notifications, that's the biggest thing for me, right? Like I want to know without checking my phone constantly or the computer what's going on with my portfolio. It's not just email and whatever. You can get texts, email, and in-app. So that's huge. Like I can literally get an SMS, like a text from JpgEmpire telling me that headphone trait, for some reason, somebody just dumped one, and I can swoop in there and get it before somebody else.
Exactly. And then so that was something that we really wanted to create, because it's something we felt like we needed. We have like all kinds of other ideas. I don't want to get too far into the weeds with those, but we really like DeFi. Aaron really likes DeFi, our dev. He's like a super numbers guy, loves the idea of how DeFi works. And so we have a lot of different ideas going forward in the future, but this is kind of like the foundation that everything else that we do is going to be built upon. So we don't have to mint out of our whole collection in order to like drop this platform, but everything after we hit halfway is going towards future development of this platform. And when you look at projects like House of Titans, which nothing against House of Titans, I think that they're an awesome project. A lot of us hold, but they minted a very high mint price for their strongholds, and they minted a lot more than what we're minting right now, you know. And so
Yeah,
we feel pretty confident that we'll be able to hit our milestone of 1,500, and then 3,333 is the maximum. We're really optimistic that we'll be able to hit that. We feel like we're not asking for quite as much.
In their defense, IAGON nodes are not cheap. We know from experience because we got our own over at Angel Finance. So I'm just gonna say that for, you know, in the defense of House of Titans, IAGON nodes are not cheap, and they will be extremely beneficial. So,
but I will also say, because this is WenMint and this is what we do to each other, that with JpgEmpire, what makes JpgEmpire stand out is they have a definitive path for where they want to go with this. They've already built the platform, right? The roadmap for some of these other projects, even House of Titans, has changed 37 million times because, well, we're going to do this. No, we're not. We're going to do that. No, we'll do this. Wait, we got to rethink it. We'll do that. This, they know what they're doing. They put a lot of time and their own money into building it, and it's here. It's ready. It's just behind a closed door. And as soon as they hit that halfway point, they're swinging that bitch open. And this is going to be a lot of fun to play around with. And don't forget, people, this is a project that is a community-run project. This was a rug-pulled project that has come back from over the fucking brink. Like, not even on the brink, right? They kind of fell off the cliff with what these assholes did to this project. And this community is so
easy.
Yeah.
Sorry. My bad.
We can say it. Go back and watch the WenMint where I asked DZ all about it. But you know, this community is so strong that they've gotten to this point where they're doing what some of these larger projects with more funding and more hype can't even do. Have a platform ready before they even launch the NFTs. That's huge, and that just goes to show how much trust you can put in a team like this. At least in my opinion, right? NFA.
Let me drop a little bit more alpha. So I got excited right now. But so one of the people that we want to add to our team as just an advisor, but read into this what you might, is Jesse Hines, who is the founder of Seed Starter.
Magnet? Oh, never.
No. Yeah. Jesse Hines, he's the founder of Seed Starter. And so Seed Starter is a crowdfunding platform that is for projects in Web3 or different businesses that have a unique business model, and this is a way they can crowdfund money from them. Okay. And so one of the things that I want for JpgEmpire, one of the reasons that I got into the JPEG Junkies, because I was like, oh, these people that know a lot about crypto, that are very connected in the ecosystem, have this project. So if I'm trying to get into crypto and I get into this community, then I'm closer to all these connections, and then I can find my way into crypto, right? That was what I was thinking when I minted my first JPEG Junkie.
Right.
None of that happened, right? None of that happened at all. Not even close. You know what I mean?
Got a cool NFT though.
Yeah, got a cool NFT, but I wouldn't be here without that. And so one of the things that I want JpgEmpire to become is like a Web3 incubator, where the community can actually like vote on in a governance proposal type structure a project they want to support. So if we can make JpgEmpire cash flow positive and the treasury can build up, then we'll actually have resources where we can invest in these projects and then like get them to a place where they're ready to then go to Seed Starter, which Seed Starter typically caters to like EVM related projects as well as XRP related projects. There's all types of different Web3 businesses can go there and try to get funding. But with Jesse Hines advising us as a consultant on our project, we feel like he's basically going to be a part of the team in the sense that he will help us to direct projects that are coming up to be ready for that next step. So we want everybody into Cardano to succeed. And like the apes left Cardano, and that's the narrative there. Most projects that are native to Cardano, it is good for them to expand because all projects are bigger than just Cardano. There's a lot more out there. We are about a philosophy. We're about a certain ideal in crypto. And so we want to help Cardano projects to expand and then be able to be cross-chain. It doesn't mean that they leave Cardano, right? It just means that they are able to cater to like a broader audience.
Right.
Agreed, 100%. It's the problem is that even if you stay on Cardano, everybody seems to think that you're taking whatever liquidity you got from Cardano to another chain and using it to build over there.
Yeah.
I don't know what the deal is, but some people just seem to think that if you're not Cardano centric, then you are no longer a Cardano project. So it's kind of sad. And I think there's probably going to be some projects here in the next 6 months to a year that are probably going to piss off some of those Cardano community members because cross-chain is the way that a lot of projects are going to be going. So
a diverse portfolio is a strong one, right? And if you can extend your community, look at Dan. Why do you think Dan did so well? The Radix community is small, but we have a lot of people in there from Cardano, right? From Radix. We have some ETH people. We have some Bitcoin people all together under the same banner. Like, it doesn't matter what your home chain was, and you can still have a favorite, right? But yeah, it's definitely a barrier that needs to go away. But we only have about 6 minutes here because actually an hour after we end this, I have to go host Boss Corner for Boss Cat Rocket Club as well. And I actually have the winner of that giveaway here, John. Believe it or not, look who won this bullshit.
DeFi?
So JpgEmpire actually won their own giveaway.
Awesome.
So we repicked an EOZ 2008. I'll make sure here we'll reply with winners right now.
He looks like a bot.
Yeah, well, I mean, they have a boss.
I'm just joking, man.
It's probably one of John Carter's alts.
Shout out to EOZ if he's listening. You look like a bot.
Hell, but there you go. So it's pinned right under there. WUITS_Chris John. So that's our winner for the JpgEmpire Boss NFT. I actually have to do this real quick as well. I have to spin a wheel for Dan because I promised him I would. Every single week we do engagement in the Discord. Here, let me actually show it to you here. So if you go, if this will work, there we go. Don't mind me. I'm a professional. Down here, we have our engaged channel, right, with all the posts for Dan, everything else. They can retweet, like, whatever. You get points. And then every week, we're going to do a spin wheel with the top 10, and somebody wins. I forget what we're giving away. It's a whole bunch of Dan, but I'll figure that out after.
You're welcome.
Yep. Let's see who pulls this off. So there's our.
I think I told you about this app too, didn't I, John? So you guys can get the fuck away from GFi bot. The engaged Twitter bot. You guys should get it in your Discord and start using it. It's really badass.
Oh shit! So, number one. Let's see who's number one on that fucking thing. Where's Discord? Master Killers. Congratulations, my friend.
Oh shit, Master Killer.
You won this week's engaged drawing. So
Can we go so far as to say that he absolutely killed it?
he did kill it like a fucking master. And don't forget, people, go to the WenMint Discord. There's another giveaway for this episode in there right now. It'll run for 3 days. So if you didn't get to catch this live, don't sweat it, right? You can still get in there and enter. All right. So that's enough out of me. Sorry, I had to get that out of the way. But before we jet and we start wrapping this up, for anyone that's just hearing about JpgEmpire, right? Because I know there's people from Radix listening. I know there's people from ETH. There's people from Soul that watch WenMint. What would you tell them? They saw the platform. They see all the amazing things you can do with it, right? But if they're still not fully decided, if they want to get in on this mint at mints.yepl.io/JpgEmpire, what would you tell them to convince them to become a part of the family?
So that is such a great question. The thing that I'm going to say to all these different projects on other chains that haven't ever really looked at Cardano as being a serious place where people are building serious things, I would ask you to come join our community, because we really want to build everywhere. We want to build things for people in crypto, and there are a lot of projects that don't have 100% the direction. They might have a little bit of funds. They might have some ideas. JpgEmpire is a place where everybody can come. We're all friends. Everybody's nice. You're going to have a great time. But if you have some really interesting ideas, feel free to open a ticket and we can talk about it, because we are looking to build everywhere. I was saying this, alluding to this a little bit. We're not trying to leave Cardano, but we would like JpgEmpire to be an empire that stretches across all chains. We want it to be one centralized location where everybody can come. So if you're on Sol, if you're on Radix, if you're over on ETH, mint a JPEG boss, come in the Discord, show it off, make some friends, and if you have any good ideas, we would love to build together and help you.
Hell yeah. And it is true that onboarding, right? It's both ways, right? If JpgEmpire is crossing over to another chain, that's not just people leaving Cardano, it's people finding Cardano as well.
Yeah.
Right. And that's what we're supposed to be doing, is onboarding to the platforms and the blockchains that we care about. Right. That's kind of part of the job of being early and getting this mass adoption thing going, is sharing it with people. And the more people that are in JpgEmpire from whatever chain, the more people are going to be looking at Cardano or whatever chains it's linked to, like Radix or Sol or ETH or Bitcoin or wherever the hell you guys end up. But I love it, man. What do you think, other John?
Are you talking to that John, or are you talking to this John?
No. This is the John. You are other John.
Oh,
right?
I'm the other John. Oh,
He's-
okay.
he's-
Sorry. Yeah. No. I'm definitely starting to pay more attention to cross chain and how important it is. The thing is, there's a lot of people that don't actually understand what happens on Cardano, and it's kind of our job to go over there and be the shepherds, right? Like, once they understand the EUTXO model, they understand the security, the scalability, especially once Hydra goes into full effect, Voltaire hits, all that other stuff. It's our job to go over there and show them what's happening over here and get them interested in our chain, and also go over there and learn about theirs, because it's all about sharing and understanding what works for them, what works for us. Maybe we could even make Cardano better by understanding, God forbid, Solana, but
Oh my God.
but other chains, we could understand ways to make Cardano better. So I was a Cardano maxi probably up until about 4 or 5 months ago. But since I've been branching out into Radix, I've been branching out into Algo, a little bit into Bitcoin. I'm starting to see the benefits of it. So it's definitely necessary. And like I said, I see a lot of Cardano projects going cross-chain here very soon. Even some Cardano projects that you may know very personally. So,
hell yeah, 100%. And I really think it's going to be it's for the best of the space, right? We can't live in our bubbles forever, right? If you want to grow, you got to pop the bubble. It's just how it works. But yeah, man, thank you so much, John.
Thank you so much for having me.
hanging out with us. This has been a ton of fun. Everybody, don't forget, the Mint is live right now. Let me find. I have a million fucking things open here.
And when we hit 1,000, we're going to be giving away a Snecky.
Oh shit! Hell yeah! Well, do you have to engage with a tweet for that as well?
So we're going to probably repost the tweet so people engage with it, but you have to mint a boss before that, right? Okay. So you have to mint a boss before we hit 1,000. When we hit 1,000, somebody that's engaged with the tweet will get a Snecky.
Cool. All right, man. This was awesome. Well, thanks again, guys. I hope you both have an awesome night. If you want to swing by Boss Cat Rocket Club's Boss Corner Twitter space in about an hour, that should be fun. Giving away some more Dan coin, and I think Catnip's giving away some boss runes.
I'll be there.
Coin, so that should be cool.
Okay.
Yeah, and don't forget, everyone, make sure you're following JpgEmpire, and make sure you're following Angel Finance and the Lurkers. That's CMDR's projects. And if you're not following Dancoin XRD on Twitter, you're not going to make it. You're fucking wrecked. It's just how it is. Okay. True. I'm just saying. I mean, everyone a week ago, remember we were talking about this and that on your stream?
Yep.
John, before
every day since then, I've been like, look, nothing we say here is financial advice, but have you seen Dan?
Yeah.
Would you just look at that? We
insane.
bought it around here. Here it is, all the way up here.
And it just keeps fucking. Bro, we did an airdrop today, and I've never seen a token do an airdrop and then have a green candle afterwards. Like that doesn't happen.
Smoke was the only one, but they also have a badass community too. So shout out to Smoke.
Hell yeah. Well done, Smoke. All right. Well, I guess we're out of here. If you guys want to hang out for a second, you can. But everybody else, you can't stay here. We're heading out. Thank you for tuning in. And nothing we said here was financial advice. Okay, remember that. But with that in mind, go mint a fucking boss, buy some angel tokens, get a lurker. And if you don't have Dan coin in your wallet, you're really you're not going to make it.
Okay.